could ask him?
I just would, I mean, to me, when they say he will only answer this question, you have to just make clear to the people who are listening and watching what it is that they are saying. But I mean, very clearly there were no restrictions, and if you have restriction, you can say, I understand that you will not be talking about this today. You can still ask the question. As I say to anyone, you're free not to answer it. You know, we'll ask you what we ask you, and you can say whether you're willing to answer it.
Pat Miracle, another email. Hi, Amy. Would you consider moderating a presidential debate in 2016, as well as determining its format, or would you please describe what a meaningful series of presidential debates could look like?
Yes, well, actually, we engaged in that this year, 2012. We weren't waiting for 2016. The first presidential debate was in Denver. And so we went to Denver. And, you know, before we went to Denver, we went to Blacksburg, Virginia, to Virginia Tech. And there we met up with Colin Goddard. He was one of those people who was shot up during the massacre in 2007. A film has been made about him called Living for 32, the 32 who died. He had 4 full bullets in him, and he took me through Virginia Tech where the massacre took place. And he is now working with the Brady campaign. He was working during the campaign to get the moderators of the debates to ask a question about gun control, to ask a question about gun violence. Why is this so difficult? So we interviewed him, we toured through Virginia Tech, and then we flew to Denver. And we expanded the debate, and it was broadcast on public television and radio around the country, and we did it for every debate. Let me lay out what we did. There, the presidential candidates, the major party presidential candidates were, at the University of Denver, I think it was. The moderator was Jim Lehrer. And we looked online that day, and we saw how they were dressing the set. You know, you had the bright blue background, and you had the 2 podiums. Each time you didn't actually know in advance how it was going to look, but we wanted to mirror what they did. And we were broadcasting from a Comcast facility down the road, interestingly, in Littleton, you know, where Columbine High School is. And we set up the a very similar backdrop. The blue backdrop, ours said Democracy Now! And we went out and we rented 2 podiums and we dressed them similarly. And we invited third-party presidential candidates in.